Welcome, everybody. My name is Gary Hassan, Vice President of Business Development here at Ludaxx. I'm calling from very cold Utah. We're in the single digits once again, but that's what it's like here in Utah in January, so it's not a surprise. But we are fortunate to have some incredible leaders that we're going to hear from tonight. We meet here every Monday night, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. We have people joining from all over the world. We're excited about that, and what we typically do at these with these webinars is do a quick update from corporate and share some announcements with you and let you know exactly what's happening here on a corporate level. And then we like to showcase and spotlight some of our field leaders. And I'll tell you, last month, December, was a record month. I've been with the company for 120 days. I started the 1st of September, and every month we've increased over the previous month, but the percentage last month was the greatest of any month. The number of diamonds that rank advanced either became brand new crown diamonds or that became crown doubles, crown triple diamonds, and we had our very first crown, our silver triple crown diamond. Amazing feat in Todd and Kathy Humphreys. So you're going to get a chance to meet most of these diamonds on these webinars. Here are their tips. They're not really secrets because they're going to share them with you. If they were secrets, they wouldn't tell you, but they're happy to share what they're doing to achieve the success that they have. Now, I want to make sure that you are plugged in and up to date with what's happening. The social media is a big part of our business as far as communicating announcements quickly to the field. We like to recognize people with their photos, and we record these webinars every week, and we post those on the Facebook page soon after they're recorded. So obviously a lot of this information is time sensitive. We encourage you to block out this time slot every week, but we realize life goes on. We realize there might be a football game going on tonight that some of you might have an interest in. That's great. I have an interest, but I'll catch the last part of it. So life goes on. But we know those who are really serious will be here majority of the time, each and every Monday, whenever possible. So on this Facebook page, on our Ludaxx official fan page, there is an events section. I strongly recommend you check that events tab. In fact, that's where we post this link every Monday night. There's a unique link to these corporate updates. There is also every month we do a private Diamonds and Above webinar. And we do that once a month with the diamonds, crown diamonds, the crown double diamonds, crown triple diamonds. And once you're a diamond, you'll get to participate in those. Then on every Wednesday night, 10 o'clock Eastern, I will be doing a training seminar. We'll be training each step of the Ludaxx business building system. There are multiple steps in this cycle of duplication in this system, from getting started correctly to how to invite, how to present the products in the business, how to follow up, how to build belief in your candidates, potential customers, and potential business partners, how to ask for a positive decision, how to invite them to join your team and your business, and then to complete that cycle by helping them get started correctly. So we'll be touching on each of those steps every week. They'll be recorded and archived on our YouTube page, so that if somebody joins on week 4 of the 7 weeks, that's okay. They can review weeks 1, 2, and 3 and jump right in at 4 whenever they want. So they won't miss anything. But we will do those live. They'll be current, up-to-date information, current technologies, current programs that we have going on in the company. So you do want to stay in the loop by checking that events page. And the link for the Wednesday webinar is already posted. You can already go in there and register. And when you do that, when you register, you generally will get a reminder email, which is always nice because we know how busy everybody is. So also, we have the Salt Lake City event coming up on the 19th. That's our final pre-launch event. As most of you know, we had a pre-launch in South Florida in October. We had a pre-launch event in California on the West Coast in November. And now we're having our final pre-launch at our corporate office here in Utah on the 19th. And as of today, in our corporate executive meeting, we made the decision that we will allow people to attend that free of charge and bring as many guests as they like, as many guests. if they register online in their back office. If they show up at the door, there will be a charge of $20 per person, or they can buy 5 tickets for $50. That's posted on the website. So do whatever you can to get in the back office, get registered, register yourself, get as many guests as you can to that event. We made that announcement today, and we already had some people who had bought 5 tickets. They will get reimbursed. But some of those people who bought 5 tickets say, hey, I've got 10 days or more. I'm going to get 10 more guests there with me. And one of the people called me and said, is this just for the distributors, or can guests attend? I said, absolutely, guests can attend. They're going to get a chance to hear from the diamonds. We're going to recognize all the diamonds that are in attendance. You'll get to hear from Jimmy Lou talk about the products in detail. You'll hear testimonials from people who've been using the products. There'll be a Q&A with Mr. Lou on the products. Your chance to literally ask questions and then we're going to train on the system as well. A lot of training, a lot of fun, packed in the one day. The previous pre-launches we've done over a day and a half, but we have people that will be represented from all over the country. We have some people flying from outside the United States to be at this event. And then, of course, we'll talk about more about those events here shortly. But wanted to make sure you were aware that the final days, final weeks, we have about 3 weeks left of this Ruby promotion and the Emerald promotion. And what that does is if you come in at that $500 package in the back office when you enroll, you're given the option to buy different packages. The 3 that are most popular is the Ludaxx starter package. It's a kind of a sampler. It has one of each of the 4 products. It has the Pearl, one of the Conley, one of the F21 regular, and one of the F21 mint. So you get 4 products. It wholesales for $186 plus shipping tax. Then we have the Ruby package, which is second most popular, and that's $500 worth of products. When somebody buys that package between now and the end of January, brand new distributor, the qualifications to get paid as a Ruby will be waived indefinitely. As long as they're active and buying their auto ship of $50, they will get paid the multiple levels in the compensation plan at the Ruby level. And the most popular we've had is the Emerald package, which is $1,000 worth of product. We will waive the qualifications to get paid at that Emerald level as long as you have your auto ship qualification of 100 points. And that will end. I'm telling you, folks, in 23 years in network marketing, I've never seen a grandfather pre-launch promotion that will actually grandfather you or waive the qualification qualification requirements as long as you're with the company. It's not just for a few months, not just for a few years. This is as long as you're active in the company. I'm telling you, and it goes away January 31st. We will have other promotions, we'll have other contests, but I promise you this, never will it be as lucrative and as generous as the Loose have been during this pre-launch phase. Why is it so generous? Why are we doing something that's never been done? Well, we feel like you're part of history here in this pre-launch, soft launch phase of Ludaxx. So do whatever you can. Do not hold back. If there are people you care about that you would enjoy doing business with, you have 3 weeks. The clock is ticking. If you don't get up an hour earlier or stay up an hour later, I'm confident you're going to regret it. So now, there are some people who are taking this pretty serious during this pre-launch phase because they understand that every hour they put in today is going to be worth 5, maybe even 10 hours a year or 2 from now. And I don't say that out of hype, folks. When you get to know me, it's not about hype. It's about facts. I've been at this long enough, and I've seen companies, and we're going to talk about some things here about what really makes us unique. You're going to hear from some of these leaders here that have kind of been through the speed bumps. They've been through some challenges. It hasn't been perfect for them because they committed early on. They realized that, hey, you know what? There's good news, bad news in being in the pre-launch. The good news is you're first. The bad news is you're first. Everything is not perfect. And we're not predicting that everything will be perfect when we launch, but we do believe that majority of the things that we want to be in place will be in place. Our website will have transitioned, which will happen over the next couple weeks. It will happen before the launch. There are a lot of things that if someone asked me the other day, what's going to be different between the pre-launch phase and once we officially launch? Well, you just wait and see. You're going to see quite a difference night and day. So I would love to get a chance to introduce my good friend Keston Robinson. First thing that comes to mind is he's one of the Gator boys now. When I flew down to Florida to do a statewide tour with the leaders there, I got a chance to spend a lot of time with Keston and really got to go to his home, got to spend meal time with him several times, got to uh, put the serious side on and do some business events and meet with some of the sharpest people I've ever met with that he's got on his team. And then we work hard here at Ludaxx, but we also play hard. And I'd been in Florida for several days, and they say it's the Gator state, and I hadn't seen one alligator. And Keston said, "Hey, we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna show you some real gators," and took me out to the Florida Everglades, and just created some great memories there, and has become a good friend. So, Keston, if you're with me, I'd love for you to just share why Ludaxx, what it was that caught your attention, why you're working like a madman right now, and maybe share some tips with the guests here tonight.
Hey Gary, how are you, man? It was a pleasure to have you down here, and we did have a great time out there at Everglades Holiday Park, and we did get to see some gators. But I just want to let you know, and I just want to thank the Lou family for having this wonderful opportunity that we're all able to be a part of. And I can honestly tell you what attracted me to this the most was, Troy Robson, who is actually a great buddy of mine, was just constantly talking to me about it and telling me, and when he brought it to me and showed me what an amazing product it was and is, and I was able to take that and bring it down here and share with my buddy Salt, who is a business partner of mine and who we do a lot of stuff together, and we just fell in love with it. I mean, his wife actually is who brought it, Rachel Weekly is actually the one who got a hold of it down here, and she started taking it, and when she saw the results that she saw, Salt and I were in and sold, and it's just what the company is. I mean, the products are amazing. The comp plan is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. I have been in this industry for over 7 years and had a lot of success with the previous company and got to live the dream with my younger brother. I mean, literally, I got to get into this business and with my younger brother and ended up traveling around on a Prevost, and we had a blast. And that's what I would tell everybody. If you're out there and you're dreaming tonight, it can happen for you, because it can happen for anybody, because I didn't have any huge network when I got in. I didn't have any of that stuff. I was actually brand new, had never been in the industry, and and just took a chance like some of you are. But I just want you to know, network marketing is not on trial by any means. It works, and it's just the difference of if you work. And just some of the tips that I'll give you guys is just lead by example. Those are some of the things that I learned in the beginning is when you're new, be green. Just sit back and listen and watch your leaders, because you're going to learn a lot from those guys, especially, the leaders that are in this business. It's amazing between Todd and Kathy and Troy and Dana and Salt and Rachel and Joey and I could just name so many leaders in this business that are all out there helping everybody. Every leader that I've met in this business is willing to reach down and help everyone. And, and also, like I said, when you're leading by example, you can't tell people what to do in this business. You actually have to show people what to do. And you have to know, and this is another helpful hint, if you have to know that whatever you're doing, your team is only going to do half of. So if you're only showing up to one meeting a week, you can figure they're showing up to one every two. So you really just have to get in there, dive in, show everybody, look, this is how you put it together, and this is what you do. And, that was for me when I first got in. I showed up to everything because I wanted to listen to the leaders. I wanted to hear how they were presenting the product and what they were saying. And those are just some of the great things. Set goals. It's very important. And write them down on a sheet of notebook paper, not on your iPad or not on your phone, but sit down with a sheet of notebook paper and write your goals out and be specific. You can't just write, I like to go crown triple diamond. I mean, that's wonderful, but be specific, because your leaders and the people that are your upline in this business can help you hit your goals by sitting you down and saying, okay, like if somebody asked me, I want to go crown triple diamond, I would say, great. Okay, well, let me see your calendar. How many one-on-ones are you doing? How many presentations are you going to sit down and show people this week? and how involved are you going to be, because they can lay it out for you, because these leaders know what it takes to get there. So setting your goals is huge, and knowing your why is very important in this business. You have to know why you're out doing this, and it can't just be money or financial freedom. Be specific with your goals, because be specific with your why, because when you're out there and you're doing this, you have to know why you're out there, because you're going to make some sacrifices. That's what I tell. I mean, in this business, over all the years that I've been in, you make a sacrifice. Maybe it's you don't get to watch your favorite TV show, or maybe there's a football game going on, like tonight, the national championship game. It's okay. You make a sacrifice because you know that you're doing it for your future, and that's the most important. When you're out there and you're helping your team, because that's what it's all about, you're only duplicating what has been done for you. You're going to actually sponsor somebody in this business, and you're just going to show them how to do the same thing that your upline showed you how to do. And, and the making a sacrifice might be you might have to drive to their house 20 minutes and actually sit at their kitchen counter and put the time in with them. Because when you sponsor somebody in this business, you just can't enroll someone. You actually have to take the time, hold their hand, and help them get there. Because the only way in this business, which is I love the most, that you can make money in this business is by helping your team make money. You can't get there on your own. This is a team thing. You have to do it together. You have to, link up with a couple of people, hold hands, and go for this. And, that's the thing I tell also is, and like the people that you're putting in, because you're going to be spending a lot of time together. And, those are the people that you end up going on vacations with and you do life with in this company. So, I mean, those are just a few of the things that, I hope that can help you guys in this journey. I'm not doing anything that you guys aren't doing. I'm just out there showing the plan and having fun doing it with our team down here, and just doing the same daily activities that it takes to build this business. And, that's probably the last thing, is just make sure that you're doing something on a daily basis to move your business forward. Because if you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay like a hobby. And if you treat it like a business, it'll pay like a business. So, I mean, those are just some of the things that I do down here, and we have had fun, and I appreciate the company, the product, all the help from everyone, especially Gary for reaching out and coming down here and being part of all this. And so, thank you, Gary, for having me on tonight, and I hope I was able to help a few people.
Thank you. Absolutely. And Keston, I think you joined the company back in the fall. Remind me what month you joined. Was it September, October?
I joined in September.
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 You became Diamond quite rather quickly last month. Congratulations on Crown Double Diamond. That is not something that most people do in just a few short months. But I want people to understand that Keston has been in this profession before. So understand that he knew what he had, and he didn't waste time. And a lot of times it takes people a little bit of time before they really understand what they have in their grasp and how early they are. But I know Keston's one of those guys that got it right away, and he didn't waste time. And so be careful when you look at a leader like Keston, because you don't want to compare yourself to somebody that's possibly working more hours than you. Maybe they have more experience than you, and you may be just doing this part-time, and it may be your first experience. So don't sometimes we're very hard on ourselves, and I think that's one of the challenges people have in network marketing is they compare themselves to other leaders. They hear about these fast stories and great success, but there's always other things involved that you got to understand. And all you can do is compare yourself with yourself. As Keston said, you set your own goals, you measure yourself, you have expectations. So make sure they're realistic. Obviously, they can be lofty, but make sure they're realistic and not unrealistic. And but I know Keston's leading by example, because perfect proof of that is this couple right here, the Melillos in New Jersey, Vic and Di, as they are well known, are doing exactly what their upline have taught them. And obviously, Vic and Di also have been in this profession before, and their reputation preceded them. Before I ever got a chance to talk to them on the phone, I kept hearing about this couple up in New Jersey, and we've heard a lot about Florida and California, and Australia is going crazy. And we want to mentioning Australia, we understand a lot of that country's on fire right now, and our thoughts go out to them. We realize there's a lot of concern there, but when I say Australia's on fire, we used to say that, but now we got to be sensitive when we say that because it's literally on fire, not just because Ludaxx landed in the country. So we've got a lot of things happening, but you know what? The flag has been staked in the ground up in New Jersey, up in the Northeast, which is the largest population center here in North America. And these folks know how to do it and do it fast. They came in, hit crown diamond their very first month in the business. And again, please don't think that's normal. It takes quite an effort to make that happen, but I know they're just getting started. And thanks to Keston and his leadership and the experience and vision of the Melillos, they understand what they have also. So I've invited them on tonight to join Keston and share this diamond spotlight since they're on the same team and kind of share some tips and maybe some, how did it happen so fast? Were you guys lucky? Or what is it in the water up there in New Jersey? Welcome, you two.
Well, hi, Gary. This is Di, the other half of Vic.
Hi, Di.
Hi, Gary. I want to thank you for having us on this call. We are so grateful to be part of history in the making, and I truly do believe that. Guys, this is a ground floor opportunity. In fact, I believe it's a basement opportunity, and we're so thankful to have a friend like Keston Robinson who thought of Vic and I and was, I like to say, pleasantly persistent with us because he knew this would be a great fit for us, and he continued to call us and check in. He shipped us some product. We tried the product. We liked the product. But when he had called us, we just weren't ready. And I think that's a great tip for people that, don't be afraid to call people back and check in with them and let them know what's going on a second or third time, because timing really is everything. But, Keston, for that, we're so grateful that you didn't give up on us. And, with that said, I'm going to hand over the mic to my husband, my other half, because he's a much better speaker than myself. So with that said, Vic, go for it.
Did I get a little praise there from my buddy? Hey, Gary, thanks for having us on the call. It is a pleasure. And, yeah, we do want to give a thanks to the Lou family also because we truly feel they're providing us with a great company and product to which we can share with so many. 5 years ago, I was introduced to a product which then introduced me to an opportunity called network marketing. And I never had any experience in this field. I didn't realize how big it was out there. And, then I learned what a great opportunity network marketing is. And, it's something that truly can enrich your life and the lives of so many others. It taught me that success could be achieved and shared. And that was really became important for me because with my own personal business, it was more success that's selfish. I'm the owner, I'm the one making the most money, and competition doesn't allow me to pay others or them to succeed, even me. But now this opportunity has really led me to a great product, and I believe the Ludaxx line of products are just something that is amazing, and more amazing, is that opportunity that Ludaxx is presenting. I have the confidence to look everyone directly in the eye and just express to them that we have a true opportunity like no other. I mean, each day I'm enlightened to learn more and more of what Ludaxx can do, and not just for me, but again, those that I share it with. I believe unequivocally that I'm sharing the leading income-generating comp plan in the world, and to be a part of such an exciting team and company is very rewarding. And now with a bit of effort and time, I look to build, not just for myself, but all of those that I present this opportunity to, the ability to do more. I want to enrich more than just my life and that of my family, but, I want to enrich the lives of others. And basically, what we've been doing to just move on that, and I really do have to give a special shout out to Keston Robinson. He presented this opportunity in such a confident, enthusiastic, pleasantly persistent manner, that the only right answer was yes. And Keston and I, my wife, have known each other for several years. There's a friendship, there's a trust between us. He may not realize this, but, he taught me in a few phone calls while calling me about Ludaxx that when you present Ludaxx to someone, you simply need to present and not try to convince. Your presentation needs to be convincing, And I think when done with genuine confidence and some excitement in your voice, that message will ring clear. You can't fake confidence or excitement. As Kes said earlier, a lot of people are watching the game, and those cheerleaders, they fake excitement. Half the time their back is to the action. They don't even know what they're cheering for. But with Ludaxx, it's right in front of us, and I'm confidently excited about the product and the opportunity. And right now that opportunity of being Ruby or Emerald qualified for life, you said it earlier, Gary. I mean, there's nothing that's ever been heard of or done similar to this. Yeah. And, just again, we feel compelled to share this, and I'll be honest with you, I think we'd feel even more guilty if we did not. So, my wife and I, we lay up at night.
We've been, Gary,
we toss names back and forth.
Yeah, we've been on
a
tear. We've been on a tear, and I think that's how we got here. We don't let a day go by without talking to somebody. We've got meetings set up every night this week with people. We're very, very excited about what this opportunity has to offer people, and we enjoy seeing other people succeed. So,
I mean, a phone call works for some, but I really think, looking someone in the eye and them seeing, your adrenaline pumping. I think right now it's an adrenaline pump rush that just has us contacting individuals, and that's the excitement, that we need to do. And again, just you're getting in at Ruby or Emerald. You're getting a commensurate amount of product to the money that you're spending to get in at that level. And, to me right now, the only risk I see is not getting involved in Ludaxx and this opportunity.
I agree.
Well, Vic and Di, we sure appreciate your joining us in these early phases of the company and demonstrating your leadership and just listening to you. I hope everybody's been taking notes, because you've heard some million-dollar tips, some things that have made me millions of dollars in this industry. I just heard from Keston and Vic and Di. These are things that have worked in the past. They're sharing their experiences. And the only difference between you and these diamonds that you've heard from tonight is either a matter of time, or they've talked to more people than you. It's one of those two. And the only thing that you need to do is just get out there and start sharing this with people, because they are going to hear about this sooner or later. And I wanted to share something exciting that happened to me this week. Thank you both. And thank you, Keston, as well. You're going to get to hear next week from Keston's sponsor, the Robinsons, Troy and Dana. They're actually in their car. I just communicated with them. They are driving back from visiting family from their holiday season and still doing the business while on the road. So that's Troy and Dana to a T. They just rarely stop doing the business. So we're going to get a chance to hear from them. And one of their diamonds next week, who we'll keep that as a surprise. I've already invited him, and we're excited to have him out of Massachusetts. So we'll keep him a mystery until next week. But and then I just have to tell you, tonight I had the good fortune of having to my home Crown Triple Diamonds. JC and Kim Walton and their children. What a great family. I'm telling you, we have got some amazing leadership in this company. They were out here for the holidays, heading back to Florida tomorrow. Got a chance to have them here in our home, and they've been up to the Luce home over this holiday season. And I'll tell you, we had a great executive meeting today, and there's so much excitement. I'm telling you, it's almost, I told my wife about a week ago, I said, in 23 years that I've been in this profession, I can't remember when I was really ever this excited and so had difficult sleeping at night. And I've been a distributor most of that time, but to see what's happening from this level, it's just unheard of. I have lunch on a regular basis, weekly, sometimes twice a week, with a executive from another company. I pick different companies each week and different field leadership friends that I've met and know. I have friends that run other network marketing companies, good friends who are top earners, and it's a small industry here in Utah, and it's a lot of people know each other. And I had breakfast on Friday with a good friend who I can actually look out my window and see his house. He's one street away. But he moved recently, and he's a product developer and marketing executive of a $300 million company, network marketing company here in Utah. And before I joined Ludaxx, he's kind of my product go-to guy. And I said, Tom, take a look at this product and poke some holes in it. Tell me if this thing's for real. There's only 3 ingredients. Here's what they say it does. Is there a market for this? And he came back and just verified, everything that we already knew about F21. I'm just taking that one product because we don't have a lot of time. And so he kind of gave me the green light. And even though we're competitors, we're good friends. And you'll find that we got I've got a lot of good friends in other companies, but it's a friendly competition. So he didn't tell me this until Friday, but he says, Gary, here's what I did after I found out more about L-arabinose and some of the ingredients in your product. We've got a product that's a health product. I won't tell you what it does because it'll give away the company, but he says, we tried to find a way to incorporate L-arabinose so that it would prevent the sugar absorption in the body. And he says, Gary, we spent a lot of time and we just can't do it. It's too expensive. We could not make it affordable. Our product would just be, people would not buy it anymore because it'd be so expensive. And I said, we already knew that. I could have told you that right from the beginning. You don't know Mr. Jimmy Lou, do you? And he says, well, I do now because I did a lot of research on this guy and he's amazing. I said, well, we knew that before as well, but I just wanted to hear it from you, from the competition. And I said, have fun trying to catch us. It's not going to happen, folks. The patent pending extraction process, the fact that we manufacture our own products, there are a lot of factors that allow us to price that product at $50 and offer 50 CV points. This is something that's pretty unique in our industry. And I won't cover all the unique things that make it so exciting here at Ludaxx, but I just wanted to share that with you because that happened this week. I'm going to once a week try and share something like that, my belief is already off the charts. But when I meet with these other people and they're my competitors, they're good friends, but they're competitors and they confirm what I already know, my belief just goes up a notch. And I'll tell you, you got 3 weeks to get out there and take advantage of those promotions you heard about. And we've got an event coming here in Salt Lake City. We talked about that, our final pre-launch event. There are other events happening that might be closer in your market. I know there's events happening in Florida, California, and other parts of the U.S., but if you can come to this event, it's not a must, but this next one is. There will only be one launch for Ludaxx. I'm confident of that. There were 3 pre-launches, but there's only going to be one official launch, and we chose to do it on the cruise ship named Freedom. And we'll tell you more about why we chose that ship and that name, Freedom, because that is one of the main reasons I've been in this business for 23 years. Freedom from debt, freedom from sickness and disease, free to be able to do the things you want when you want. I live here in America, but very few people really are free. And we're going to talk about that more on this cruise ship. You're going to see some major announcements take place on this cruise ship. You're going to get a chance to dine and dance and swim and snorkel and scuba dive and parasail with the Lou family and the executives and the silver and gold and platinum diamonds and all the tongue twister, crown triple diamonds and all the top leaders. We're going to have people from every country that we're open in for business. And you're going to hear a couple more here over the next couple weeks where we are going to be doing business before we even officially launch. Folks, it's exciting right now, but each and every day that I go to the office, it gets more exciting. I wish I could share with you. I wish we had another hour that I could share with you some of the stuff that's just happened in the last 48 hours, but we just don't have the time. So I wanted to close with this challenge to you. Are you going to be on that cruise ship with us in March? Because people are going to say, you mean you were with Ludaxx when they were waiving all the qualifications for the Ruby level, only coming in at $500, or you were in the business when they waived the qualifications for the Emerald and you only had to buy $1,000 of product and it lasted a day or two? Most people are going through that $1,000 of product pretty quick. So I'll tell you this, there will never be another pre-launch. There will never be another launch with Ludaxx. There will be plenty of opportunities in the future, but people will be talking about 2013 as the year that Ludaxx really made its mark and where we began We're not quite a household name yet, but I predict in the coming years that that will happen with this amazing product line, with the amazing leadership we've attracted. There's so much I'd like to share with you, but our time is spent, folks. We've got this recorded. We'll post it on the Ludaxx Facebook fan page so you can share it with those who didn't participate, but mark it on your calendar next week. You're in for a treat as you were here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gary Hassan. Have a great evening. Goodbye for now.